So not everyone may be aware of it. Did you know that a Tesla bull believes that the company stock will increase by 50 times just in one element alone? Among its many business sectors are Tesla, energy, and EVs. According to Warren Redlick, a Tesla bull, in a recent video with Randy Kirk, even if just one business front succeeds, Tesla stock may well possibly go 50x. Don't miss this information. With $1.4 trillion net profit in your market cap, you're starting to talk about a $40 trillion market cap, which is 50x where Tesla is today. In 2019, Warren Redlick started creating videos on SpaceX, Tesla, and other relevant subjects. Warren, who is well known in the Tesla community today, discussed his Tesla robotaxi model in a recent video on his channel, Redlick. The robotaxi model is my model of where I think Tesla stock is to go, Warren says, assuming that they go heavy into robotaxi. Redlick claims that it would be more sensible for Tesla to simply keep the vehicles and operate them in their own fleet. While it's possible that they would sell them to fleet operators, it seems doubtful that they will. Instead, Tesla should deploy the robotaxis in its own fleet. Before we move on, 2022 was a storm for investors, and many experts believe the sun may not come out for the foreseeable future. Both Goldman Sachs and BlackRock agree that the days of having no alternatives are over. And according to a recent survey, 88% of financial advisors are increasing their allocations to alternatives in the next 2 years. So regardless of the size of your Tesla position, diversification is still important. And alternatives outside the stock market have been seeing a rise in popularity. Redlick believes that Tesla may eventually stop selling cars to consumers or at least limit production of other vehicles. With today's sponsor, Masterworks, investors like you, I can diversify our portfolio with art for a fraction of the cost. And I'm not talking about NFTs either. I mean, Picasso, Banksy, and Monet. Morgan Stanley reported that while most assets were plunging, the average price of art was selling for 26% more at auction. Following Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen's sale in November, the art market saw its best auctioneer ever with almost $18 billion worth of art exchanging hands. Deloitte experts predict the global value of art will grow by 58 by 2026. Thankfully for us, we no longer have to find a major tech company to invest in art. This is the thing that is approved by the SEC and displayed in museums. More than 600,000 people have signed up so far, and it's easy to see why these returns make the offerings sell out in a matter of minutes. However, Warren provided an example based on the assumption that by 2030, Tesla will have a fleet of 10 million robot taxis. If each robot taxi generates $50,000 annually in gross profits, that equates to $500 billion annually in gross profits, $50,000 per vehicle times 10 million vehicles, $500 billion in gross profit. This means that there will be approximately $350,000 in net profit with a price earnings multiple of 30, which will enable the company to reach a 10 trillion market cap. For this reason, I think extremely conservatively, Warren highlighted that his calculations are limited to the Tesla robotaxi and do not include the Tesla Energy AI service or the EV manufacturing division of the company. It is only this one component of the business that makes Tesla a $10 trillion market valuation. Going a step further, he added, Warren revealed that there are presently around 2 billion vehicles on the planet, raising questions about the overall addressable population of robotaxis. Market 10 million. Robot taxis could replace 50 million cars, but each vehicle could replace roughly 5 cars. So even if 10 million vehicles replace 50 million cars, you won't come close to denting the 2 billion. However, let's say Tesla had a fleet of 100 million vehicles, 100 million robot taxis in multiple countries right now, and the average robot taxi only makes $20,000. This means that we've increased the number of vehicles by 10 times and decreased the profit from $50,000 to $20,000. There will be a $2 trillion gross profit instead of $500 billion, according to Warren, who also explained that there is a 2.5-fold reduction in the profit per vehicle. Your market cap is now at $1.4 trillion, and you're starting to talk about a $40 trillion market cap, which is, I don't know, 40 or 50 times where Tesla is currently. This means that if your stock is currently trading at $200 per share, it is now trading at $10,000 per share. He concluded by pointing out that Redlick, a well-known Tesla bull, had previously expressed his opinion that the EV company stock could be worth $40,000 per share by 2030. He also explained that Tesla is significantly ahead of other companies producing electric vehicles, in part because they are developing autonomous vehicles that are almost ready for general distribution. Finally, he presented the battery revenue model, which illustrates the incredible future value of Tesla and, in turn, how much their stock will be worth. With a $30,000 car, a 50 kilowatt hour battery pack, and a 600 per kilowatt hour revenue, Tesla generates $600 billion in revenue at 1 terawatt hour. By 2030, it hopes to reach 6 terawatt hours, or over $3 trillion, with a price to sales ratio of 5, meaning a $15 trillion market cap. According to its buy calculation, based on the present price and excluding any potential share price splits, the price of Tesla stock is either approaching or above $10,000 per share. Others, however, brought up issues like what would happen if Ford, GM, and VW all started making electric cars. Warren simply dismissed them as true competition because they are so far behind Tesla FS. Besides the battery revenue model, Redlich presented another model called the robo-taxi model. When asked how Tesla can move to an unreal valuation, he said that these two models prove exactly how Tesla will flourish in the near future, and that the seemingly high valuations are realistic. Talking about his robo-taxi model, he said that during the Autonomy Day presentation, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said in a side to note, we're going to have a Tesla-owned robo-taxi fleet of 10 million vehicles. He also said that each robo-taxi will make $30,000 in profit a year. That is $30,000 in profit for individuals own the vehicle and run it as a robo-taxi, not the Tesla-owned robo-taxi fleet. According to Redlich, assuming these numbers, there will be 10 million vehicles making $30,000 in profit a year, Redlich emphasize that for him. These are both understatements of where it's going. Again, assuming these numbers, 10 million vehicle goals, making $30,000 in profit. A year is $300 billion in profit. A year, fast forward to the year 2030, for example. And there is a price earnings ratio of 30%, which is massively low compared to a company that is growing, is fast leaving out all revenue from Tesla, all profits from Tesla Energy, as well as all profits from selling cars. And the company is supposedly making 20 million vehicles a year. At this point, therefore, a price earnings ratio of 30%, that's a $9 trillion market cap, is a $9,000 share price. That is a $9 trillion market cap and a $9,000 share price. It is currently trading at about $700 per share, which is an understatement of the robo-taxi model and leaves out the battery. How much would you pay today for a stock that will be worth $9,000 in a few years? It would be $2,000 or $4,000 per stock. Revenue modeling, since it omits Dojo as a service and Tesla Energy in a recent video, Redlich added that he believes Tesla will quadruple in revenue by the end of 2023. When January 21st of 2023 rolls around, we'll have the Q4 numbers and a pretty good idea of what 2023 looks like. We'll see that earnings per share is going to top 10 a share, which pushes the stock up closer to 600 a share, which is effectively a doubling from the sub 300 we're at now, he says. Warren Redlich points out that this prediction was made a few months ago, before the stock of the EV company fell to its current valuation. He is confident that when all Tesla factories ramp up production, it will only be good news for the company as the growth continues. As Giga Texas and Giga Berlin ramp up, as Shanghai and Fremont grow, you can begin to process, okay, how many vehicles is that for 2024? More vehicle deliveries mean more revenues, which is very welcome news for Tesla investors. We're looking at probably not quite achieving 1.5 million vehicles in 2022. Instead, we're probably looking at more than 2.5 million vehicles in 2023. The total vehicle deliveries in 2023 may be approaching 3 million, but very, very likely we're going to hit 2.5 million vehicles. Moving forward to 2024, he expects delivery of around 4 million vehicles. He said in order to hit 4 million vehicles in 2024, you got to be doing close to 1 million vehicles a year. If that happens, there's going to be another doubling in stock price, according to Redlich. That's why I think you're going to see that second doubling, because as we're looking out to 2024 and we say 20 to 24 a share and you give it a price earning multiple of 60 for 20 a share, maybe more, you're looking at $1,200 a share. Early January of 2024, says the Tesla Bull. Redlich added that it may happen sooner than that if he either Wall Street or big investors catch on with the robotaxi network. Starting by the end of 2023, that's game over. 4X isn't even close. It's going to be bigger than that. Lauren Redlich said he noted that given that there will be no more war. Supply chain issues are a threat of another pandemic sweeping the globe before that things are looking up for Tesla. The Tesla team knows what they're doing. All of this stuff is baked into what Tesla's doing already, even without Elon. They should be 4X by the end of 2023. He said, make sure to subscribe to this channel.